Former NSA translator, reality winner, served 4 years in prison under the former president's administration for leaking classified information to the media. It was the longest sentence ever imposed on a civilian. NBC News national correspondent Gabe Gutierrez sat down with Winner in her first interview since the FBI's recovery of classified documents kept by Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And Gabe joins us now on set. What did she say?
Well, Mika, reality winner, as you said, was released from prison last year. She's still serving out probation and will be doing so until 2024. She has a strict curfew that's imposed each night. She can't really travel very far. But she says that she does regret what she did. But we wanted to speak with her to get her perspective on the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago. After all, she was prosecuted by the Trump administration for leaking just one classified document to a media outlet. And now, with so many classified documents allegedly found at Mar-a-Lago, I asked her what she thought when she first heard of the evidence revealed by the DOJ. Take a listen. Was it hard to believe? Was it surprising?
It wasn't hard to believe. This is a guy who really likes trophies. I don't know if he actually had much thought behind it. I'm not really here to speculate on that. But it is incredibly ironic.
Incredibly ironic, she says, Mika. And again, she says that she deeply regrets what she did. She told me that she wouldn't do it again if she had the chance. But perhaps surprisingly to some people, she does say that she does not believe former President Trump deserves jail time. Instead, she says that the Espionage Act is incredibly inconsistent and vague, in her words, and she says it needs to be reformed. She's also skeptical of the DOJ's motives in this. She says that the agency, unfortunately, in her view, has been weaponized by many administrations. But again, she does not think former President Trump deserves jail time here.
All right. So interesting. You can watch more of Gabe's interview with convicted former NSA translator, reality winner, tonight on Nightly News. NBC News' Gabe Gutierrez. Thank you very much.
We have some pictures, apparently, we've received now of Prince Harry arriving at Balmoral this evening without Meghan Markle, we should note. Andrew, is he going to, I mean, we have all watched the strain in that relationship between the brothers, between, you know, over the decision to leave the UK. Is that going to be under a lot of the microscope now as we watch this family move through a private grieving process in a public way?
I'm afraid it will be, yes. It's the inevitable fact that there is a story there, undoubtedly, but also I'm afraid it's a story that the media loves, that they will do everything in their power to poke their nose into, and perhaps even to stoke up, frankly. And so I'm afraid that we're going to see, just as we did a bit with Prince Philip's funeral, that this great state occasion is going to be slightly muscled into by people who are watching the body language of these two brothers.
Let's go to Molly Hunter, who's joining us now from our newsroom in London. I believe, Molly, you have a statement from the new king.
We do. And Prime Minister Liz Truss just called him, Katie, His Majesty King Charles III. That is the first we are seeing of that. Now, we do have this statement from His Majesty the King. He writes, excuse me, Katie, 1 second. He writes, "The death of my beloved mother, Her Majesty the Queen, is a moment of the greatest sadness for me and all members of my family. We mourn profoundly the passing of a cherished sovereign and a much-loved mother. I know her loss will be deeply felt throughout the country, the realms, and the Commonwealth, and by countless people around the world. During this period of mourning and change, my family and I will be comforted and sustained by our knowledge of the respect and deep affection in which the Queen was so widely held." And of course, it's dated today, a statement from His Majesty the King at the time of the Queen's death. This is the challenge now. God save the King, and this is the challenge for Charles. he does not enjoy the same popularity as his mother, and he will now be stepping into huge shoes. The Queen, Katie, was the most popular member of her family by every poll, kind of over many, many decades, internally and to the public. She was beloved, as we have heard commentators and historians talk about for the last hour. There's a tremendous amount of loyalty, even if not to the monarchy as a whole, to her as a person. So I think there will certainly be a moment where King Charles III now tries to galvanize that, to lead his country into this moment without his mother.
We are all devastated by the news that we have just heard from Balmoral. The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world. Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built. Our country has grown and flourished under her reign. Britain is the great country it is today because of her. She ascended the throne just after the Second World War. She championed the development of the Commonwealth from a small group of 7 countries to a family of 56 nations, spanning every continent of the world. We are now a modern, thriving, dynamic nation. Through thick and thin, Queen Elizabeth II provided us with the stability and the strength that we needed. She was the very spirit of Great Britain, and that spirit will endure. She has been our longest ever reigning monarch. It's an extraordinary achievement to have presided with such dignity and grace for 70 years. Her life of service stretched beyond most of our living memories. In return, she was loved and admired by the people in the United Kingdom and all around the world. She has been a personal inspiration to me and to many Britons. Her devotion to duty is an example to us all. Earlier this week, at 96, she remained determined to carry out her duties as she appointed me as her 15th Prime Minister. Throughout her life, she's visited more than 100 countries, and she has touched the lives of millions around the world. In the difficult days ahead, we will come together with our friends across the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth and the world to celebrate her extraordinary lifetime of service. It is a day of great loss, but Queen Elizabeth II leaves a great legacy. Today the crown passes, as it has done for more than 1,000 years, to our new monarch, our new head of state, His Majesty King Charles III. With the King's family, we mourn the loss of his mother, and as we mourn, we must come together as a people to support him, to help him bear the awesome responsibility that he now carries for us all. We offer him our loyalty and devotion, just as his mother devoted so much to so many for so long. And with the passing of the second Elizabethan age, we usher in a new era in the magnificent history of our great country, exactly as Her Majesty would have wished, by saying the words, "God save the King."